you dethroned the guy who many people, including me, were saying is a very good argument for the best welterweight ever. I felt like Tyron is like, you got to give it, there's legendary status, right? There's like, Matt Hughes has legendary status for being the original. He was one of the first wrestlers who really knew how to submit guys. And then George St. Pierre was, of course, in many people's eyes, the greatest of all time in the welterweight division, went on this long run. But I was like, man, if Tyron beats Usman, I was like, there's a real good argument for him being #1 of all time. Beating Wonder Boy, smashing Darren Till, beating Damian Maia, knocking out Robbie Lawler to win the title.
Absolutely. I considered him. I put him in that conversation.
Yeah, he's in that conversation for sure.
For sure, I put him in that conversation. Nothing but respect for Tyron.
It was nice to see afterwards. There's a video of you and Tyron's mom and Tyron's mom afterwards. It is a beautiful video, man.
Yeah, man.
It's a tear jerker.
I let it go because I'm one of those guys. I never really sit and stop and smell the roses and things like that. I always have a chip on my shoulder, and I'll explain why that is. But I always had this chip on my shoulder with everything that I do. So I never really sit and celebrate and say, "Oh yeah, I accomplished this, or I did that, or did that." But I known his mom. I've met her previously to the fights. I fought in St. Louis one time, and of course I'd seen her several times at his fights, but I was fighting in St. Louis, and I was there early, and she was at the hotel. Tyron wasn't fighting or anything, but she just came to the hotel. I think she was just hanging out, and I got to sit with her before like all the fighters even came into town. I had to sit with her. I think we sat for a couple of hours, maybe 3-4 hours, just talking. I got to know her, and she was just such an angel, but at the same time, she's a gangster too. Like you can't, she was everything. And the biggest thing I could compare her to is if you ever seen that show for way back, it's called Touched by an Angel. Mm-hmm. And I forget what her name is. She's like the famous like black actress. And
do you remember that woman's name? Adele.
I forget her name.
What is it?
It was Maya Angelou.
Was it? No, it wasn't Maya Angelou. It was that. I mean, she was Maya Angelou status, how big as she was, and inspirational. But that's kind of what I compare her to. And so we got, I knew her, and Tyron obviously wasn't who I would have chosen to take the belt from, but is how long can you hold yourself back? Because being a champ, and Tyron said himself, there's a huge difference between being a challenger and a champion. Yeah. And of course, I needed to have my family in that argument. I need to get them to that status to where now I'm setting my daughter up. I'm setting my everyone up for, better life forever. And I couldn't continue to hold that back. So yeah, it was unfortunate that I had to take that from him. And I kind of, in a sense, I felt like I was taken away from what he was doing for them. So when I saw her walking backstage, I just couldn't control it. I just let go, and I just couldn't help but cry on her shoulders.
It's a great video. What is her name? What's the woman's name?
The actress is Roma Downey.
That's her.
The video is amazing because she's hugging you and she's telling you congratulations, and she's telling you that they're going to be coming for you. So train hard.
Yeah. Yeah.
And just like her attitude, man, it's beautiful, man. It's amazing her character that she handled that. I mean, this is her baby. Her baby just lost every round, and it was a pretty dominant victory by you. And for her to treat you that way afterwards just shows amazing character.
Yeah, and
it is right here. Yeah. You can see it up here. Look at her. She just embraces you, open arms. It's all good. It's all good, baby. Look at that. Amazing. That's an amazing woman right there.
And keep on working because it's going to come for you. And you take it to them. It's all good.
Wow. That's amazing, man.
Yeah.
And even Tyron, the way Tyron handled it's crazy, right? It makes me cry.
Something in the air over here. What's going on? Yeah, I got it.
Dude, I got it too. It made me cry when I saw it. It's making me cry now.
Yeah, man.
And the way she treated Tyron too, the same thing. I mean, she's just.
That's how my mom is too. So I felt such a connection to her because my mom is the exact same way. My mom would have done the same thing to Tyron, and it was powerful, man. It was moving, and because it goes to attest to how big the sport is as well.
Yeah,
like it's not, oh man, it's just a regular fight. You guys hate each other and you're fighting. No, this was a competition.
Yeah.
You know, this was two men that went in there for a competition, and one guy won. And, you know, you saw the aftermath, to see the family receive each other, man.
People love that, man. They love when people put all that bullshit aside. I mean, you guys had a lot of trash talk at the press conferences, and there was a lot of that going on, but that sells tickets, and it's good for everybody, and it's natural and normal. But after it was over, it was nothing but respect. What was wrong with Arthur?
Okay, let me just tell you the backstory.
Okay.
This is crazy. Anyone who got my program 11 years ago, it was just workouts, period. It was 3 different levels. And this first one was called 50 Plus. It's kind of like what I'm doing today where I'm helping people who are really disabled. And, okay,
So
there it
here
is
it
right
is.
there. You want to watch it?
Sure.
Hey, let's watch it.
Okay, can we play this on YouTube?
Yeah, start
All right,
from
we'll
the
play
beginning.
this.
Start from the
15
beginning. This
years.
is awesome.
Doctor told me would never walk unassisted again, it says. So for the people just listening, it says, for 15 years, doctors told me I would never walk unassisted again. And we're seeing this gentleman with those crutches, those cane things on his forearms. I accepted this as fact. I was a 47-year-old disabled veteran, and I had basically given up. I was injured as a paratrooper in the Gulf War. Too many jumps took its toll on his back. Oh man, watch on his land and my knees. It says I gained weight. We'll just watch an image of it. All this stuff is available online at ddpyoga.com, right? Is that what it is?
This video, yes. This has got mazillions and mazillions of views.
That's a good number. It says he couldn't walk or run. Exercise seemed impossible. Most yoga instructors turned me away. This music's killing me. All but one. All but one, motherfucker. It says he didn't know me, but he believed in me when no one else did. How long is this video? I feel like we might
4
have
minutes. The payoff is worth
Look
it,
at
brother.
this. Oh, look at him doing it here. And
See,
we're
I was
watching
using
him.
a chair.
Yeah,
That's
to
what-
hold on to for balance.
Well, to get up,
Mm-hmm.
get down. Like,
It says I fell many times. Yeah, but I got back up.
it's all about getting back up, right?
This is very impressive. Just watching him do what he's doing here. This guy's got heart. You know, it's the attitude to do something, even though it's difficult and in pain, is so damn important. It is so important. People have to force themselves to do something. And this guy is one of the best examples of that you're ever going to see. I mean, who had a better excuse to give up than this guy? Wow, look at all this weight he's lost. This is crazy.
He's a teacher in Baltimore.
He's lost a shitload of weight. It looks like he's lost like 8 inches off of his belly. At least. It says, I started to believe that it could happen. So in this progress thing, you're seeing him trying to walk without his canes and falling down.
Flat on his face.
Yeah.
Starting to build his core strength.
This is crazy. He's getting ready to do handstands now. Oh, my God. This guy crashes into a fucking china cabinet. I love it. He's going to kill the cat. Get out of there, cat.
He just said, just because I can't do it today doesn't mean I won't be able to do it someday.
Yeah, look at him here, man. Full push-ups. Wow, walking with one cane now. That's incredible. What a difference in his posture and everything. Look how much weight he's lost. And how often was he doing it? Every day?
Every day. Sometimes twice a day. So remember the pictures I showed you,
Yeah.
right? Check this out. Couldn't stand on 2 legs.
Now he's standing on one and holding his foot up in the air. That is insane. Look how slim he got. Holy shit. He lost 100 pounds.
In
6 months. And he's holding that cat. That cat's going to die. I told that cat, get out of there. But more important, holy shit, he's running. That is insane. He's not just walking, he's running.
Sprinting.
Holy shit. That is incredible. That really is incredible. Wow. Look how fucking slim he is. That is really amazing.
Never.
What is the name of, it says never give up. What is the name of this video so people can find it?
Never give up. If you go to ddpyoga.com, it's right at the bottom.
Whoa, look at him. Look at the difference in him. He looks like he's 10 years younger. Lost 140 pounds in 10 months. Holy shit.
Wait.
Whoa. That is crazy. Standing on his head. That is crazy. That is crazy. That's so amazing, man.
I'm going to show you a picture that no one's seen this. I'm saving this for a TED Talk that I'm going to do. And they've been asking me a couple times to do it, and I just wasn't ready, but now I am. I'm just waiting. I'm waiting. Eventually, they're going to get a hold of me again, and I'm going to do it. And I'm going to base it around anything.
I'm crying, man.
It did choke you up, right?
It did.
I told you it was a payoff. I mean, like, strong. And my business partner, Steve Yu, put that together. And I literally did it with his son originally, and it was pretty good. But Steve just took it. Like, he's the same guy who directed The Resurrection of Jake the Snake. So let me finish with him. In 6 months, in 10 months, he lost the 140 pounds. But fuck the weight, because this is not about weight loss. It's just an awesome side effect. And think about that. With my shit, you can lose weight, but you know you can't out-train a bad diet. Right. So you got to do everything. You got to, more than anything, change your mindset, which is what Positively Unstoppable is all about. Changing your mindset and owning that inner voice, the story you tell yourself. Yes. So Arthur lost 140 pounds. More importantly, lost some knee braces, back brace, and canes.
He lost the knee brace. No more knee braces.
No more knee braces.
How did he do that?
Well, let me finish. Knee braces and canes, not just to walk, but run. But this is what the program is really about. At 1 year, he's 5'6". Took a picture of his 6'2" son.
That's insane. Standing on his back while he's doing a push-up in 1 year.
1 year.
That's great. Imagine if you didn't see him for a year. Hey, man, let's go have lunch. I haven't seen you in a long time. Like, who the fuck are you? Where's Arthur?
How did you guys feel when I was going through all that? Like, what was the effect on you guys?
I was very nervous.
Yeah?
I was very nervous about you. Because I didn't know what to do. And I knew I could help you financially.
Yeah.
I knew I could do that. So I did that immediately. But I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what it feels like. And I didn't know what would be the path to take. But when you offered that you were having problems with your psychiatrist and the medication, and I said, okay, well, let me get a hold of Matt, who I know will know the right people.
Yeah, I think you were like, why don't you see something? I'm like, I see people. They don't tell me anything.
Yeah, you were
like, oh.
It was like you're such a non-complainer that I knew when some, I always tell people this story. We're playing pool and Ari's limping around the table. I'm like, what the fuck happened to your leg, man? They're like, I don't know, fucking spider bite or something. I go, what? Let me see your fucking leg. And he pulls his pants up. I go, dude, you got to go to the hospital right now. You have a very bad staph infection and this could fucking kill you. And you're like, come on, you're joking. I'm like, I start unscrewing my cue. I'm like, we're going to the hospital now. It was so bad. But the fact that you're so stoic, that you never complained once while you have this gigantic pus-filled sack on your knee.
Killed it.
It was horrible, man.
Someone posted the Juke video, and he was like, "Do you know that's there?" And he's like, it's bugging you, not me. What?
So when you were telling me that you were doing bad, and you weren't feeling good, and you were telling me you were suicidal, I was like, okay, stop. We're gonna figure this out. You know, I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
We're going to figure this out. Maybe nervous. Because I was nervous that I wasn't going to be there when you needed me to be there. And, I would just get the call.
Just get the call. Yeah.
I mean, as a friend, that's the last thing you want to do is have some situation where you feel like maybe you could have called them and you could have made them feel better, and they would have just gotten over that hump.
Yeah.
And then they would have been okay. Like, you became okay, man. I mean, you were my most depressed friend, and now you're probably one of my happiest friends.
Even after I started seeing that guy, it still took months.
Yeah.
Before finding the right pill and then the right dosage, and then he would talk to me every like 30 days or whatever it was.
Yeah, I remember you describing the process, and one of the things that was disconcerting to me was how random it seemed to be.
What do you mean?
Which pills they chose.
It's really random. It's like they're guessing.
That's what seemed insane to me. I felt like if you, like, say, you know, you had an infection, they know which antibiotic works best on that infection, boom, they give it to you.
Yeah.
But this one wasn't that cut and dry. They were just trying stuff out on you.
Yeah, it's like, oh, you need ibuprofen, you have an inflamed thing, it'll take it down. But they know generally.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is like, from what I gather, there's two things could be wrong with you. You either have too much dopamine, too little dopamine, too much something else, or too little something else.
Huh.
And so each of these pills, I think they're into 2 categories or 4 categories, and they either affect your dopamine or they affect the other thing. Either limit it or push more in. And then the other, so they don't know which one's doing it to you first. And then once they narrow that down, they got to decide if it's like getting too much of it or too little. I don't know. If you're bipolar is a separate thing. They're just guessing. Jesus. And then while you take this shit, you've added the horrible feelings and then added some awful side effect. You're just like, ah.
This is one of the things that I really wanted to point out when Roseanne was going to come on. I wanted to really talk about medication and how we're asking this really, you know, she's an elderly woman
who's
taking an incredible amount of medication. She's taking